Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Guess what I bought today?
Um, what?
Okay, I'm gonna give you some hints, some guidelines, some clues. Broadway,
Tickets? Plane tickets
a show that you would not go pay to see.
that I would not pay to see,
Mm.
but I probably would see if it was free.
Yeah, yeah.
That's on right now.
I'm not going to New York. It's on tour.
Yeah, I don't even know what's on right now.
I don't think it's. I think it's closed in New
I
York.
don't know. Give me another hint.
Magic.
Magic. A magic show that I wouldn't go see.
Wouldn't pay to go see. You'd go
Wouldn't
see it.
pay to go. I'd go see it, but I wouldn't.
Hmm.
I'm not paying for that. Magic? That's throwing me off way more. What is it?
Movie.
Movie. Magic movie.
It's not about magic, but there's. But magic is a clue.
Magic. What? What's give me another clue.
Mm,
There's a lot of shows I wouldn't pay to go see that you would.
but do you know what shows are coming
No,
in
I
20?
don't. That's
Okay,
why I'm
okay.
like, oh, this is a bit tricky. Like
Um,
anything.
Car.
Car? Magic?
The show has to do with magic.
Oh,
The movie does not have to do with magic.
the car makes me think Back to the Future, which I've said that I wouldn't pay for, and you said you would. Is that what you're going to see?
It's Back to the Future.
Magic tripped me up so much.
I know, but because I said magic because we always talk about everything that people say about the show has nothing to do with the show and just that it has cool
Oh,
magic tricks.
magic tricks.
Magic
Magic
trick.
tricks would have gotten me a different direction.
Okay. Yeah,
When is that?
next it's in June, so a
You'll
while.
you'll have to tell me how it goes.
And I did get the cheapest ticket available. How much do you think that cost me?
$80.
Pretty much 76.
Perfect.
Cheapest ticket all the way in the back, which I was like, I won't splurge. I won't splurge on Back to the
I'm
Future.
just here for the magic.
You know what I will
Every
splurge
every
on?
seed can see the magic. What were you
Yeah,
supposed
I
to?
really just bought the ticket. I wanted to see it to like see what it's about. Because I have listened to the soundtrack and it doesn't blow me away, but I do want to I really, really, really what I want to see is does the family in our does our the we have a family in our extended family that went and saw it who I would not consider to be musical buffs went and saw it and said that it was amazing and it was incredible and everybody should go see it. I want
They
to
all
see
came back wearing matching shirts
yeah, I
and
want to
like.
see if it was just because they like Back to the Future or how good of a show this actually is, you know?
Well, this is the same family. Like, oh, have you seen this before? Like,
Who did not know what Wicked was. Yep, same family, same family. So, I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm sure it's a good show. But I want to see what at what level of a good show it is. So,
yeah.
I will be splurging, however, on Phantom when that makes its way here. I will be going to Phantom, and I will be going to see that. Which I could have sworn Phantom was coming in the earlier part of next year, which would be before Back to the Future, which means the tickets would have already been on sale. But let me just double check that because now I'm psyching myself out. I'm scared that I missed it.
Skirt.
Um, that
I thought they were coming in like May.
that's before June.
Yeah. So
So what gives? So what gives? I don't
kind of
know if it has
crazy.
the dates on here though. Does not have the dates on here.
Maybe we just made it up.
Aww.
Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last.
Yeah. The other ones were like Suffs, Beautiful Noise. I do think I will go see uh um Hell's Kitchen though.
I have no thoughts on that one.
So I might go see that. Hades Town? Hades Town is on right now? What's happening? Oh my gosh. I have so much to look at after I get off this call with you.
I thought this was your life, bro. I thought you checked this stuff every day.
It is, but like Hades Town was not. Oh, cause it's okay. Okay. Hades Town is coming back. It's one of the season add-ons. That's what it was. Anyway,
Anyway,
forget about that. That's not what we're talking about. You know what we are talking about?
X-Men
X
again, but this one
again.
regular. X-Men, nothing else extra.
Actual X-Men.
This should I go into a recap or you got thoughts?
Let's cap this.
Okay, recap. This movie starts off. There's a girl. She kisses a guy. He seizures up and she runs away. And she is running away in like Canada. Uh, she's in this bar. She's watching this like fighting ring nearest the bar. And there's this guy. His name's Wolverine. He's beating everybody. He's not getting hurt at all. He leaves. She leaves. Now they're in the bar. The news. Oh my gosh, mutant things. There are mutants. People with powers. That's crazy. That's what she has. She has a power, and it did something to that guy. Maybe he has. Maybe they. Who's got powers? That's crazy. There's this political guy whose name I forget. He doesn't like the mutants. Not at all. We're gonna call him Jim because I don't remember his name, but I'm not just gonna call him that guy the whole time.
Oh, like the senator or whatever.
Yeah, Senator Jim. He doesn't like the mutants. Anyway, we cut back. We're in the bar again. The guy who lost to Wolverine in the fight is like, "Hey, you're a mutant. You should give me money, or I'm gonna tell people you're mutants." And Wolverine's like, "Oh yeah." Ching! Three metal blades come out of his fist, and he's like, "Take that, bro." The bartender's like, "Get out of my bar, bro." And Logan's like, I'm telling this in way too much detail. Anyway, the girl hides in Wolverine's trailer bed while he's driving. He finds her and is like, "What the heck?" And he's like, "You know what? Whatever you can say." She's like, "My name's Rogue because I'm a cool high school girl who chose a new name, and my name's Rogue." Now, I just find her name ridiculous. Her name's what, Marie? Anyway, they be chilling, they be driving, they get into a car crash because a tree fell on them. Oh no! Logan flies 40 feet away. He gets injured, heals in front of the camera. Wow, magic! She's stuck in a car. Some bad guys come and they're fighting everybody, and then some other superpowered people come and they save the day, and they take Rogue and they take Wolverine, and they take them back to ta-da, Xavier School for gifted students, kids, students. He's in a lab. There's a lady checking out on him. He like freaks out and like he's all sneaky like trying to escape the school. Then he hears these voices like, and he follows the voices into boom, Professor X. He's like, "Hey, hello, what up, Logan? How you doing? There's a bad guy after you. His name's Magneto. And if you stay with us, not only can we help you against Magneto, but we'll help you remember. We'll get you your memories back. You know how you don't remember anything? Maybe we can help with that." Turns out Logan, his power is healing, but somebody grafted adamantium onto all of his bones, so that's not part of his power. He just got that. So they're trying to figure that out, but they don't get at all far in this movie. Magneto is I don't know. He's Magneto. They're like, Magneto's trying to get Wolverine. Why is he trying to get Wolverine? We don't know. Magneto kidnaps Senator Jim, and puts him into this machine, and Magneto uses his powers. Machine and electricity stuff. He turns Senator Jim into a mutant. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Senator Jim is now a mutant. He escapes. He escapes and he goes to Professor X. Really, he goes to Jean Grey, who was there. Whatever. He goes there. He's like, "You gotta help me. Like, what's going on? Magneto did something to me. Now I'm like liquid. What's going on?" Anyway, he does not survive. He turns into water. But Magneto doesn't know that. He thinks I just turned him into a mutant. This will solve all my problems because I'll just turn all the people who don't like mutants into mutants, and then they'll like mutants because they're mutants. Smart plan. So, but the problem is the machine like doesn't work. Is too takes too much energy to do. So he's got to find someone else to use the machine who also has his powers. Rogue steals people's powers. He's like, perfect. That's perfect. We're gonna go after Rogue. This is me. I'm telling it weird, but they think they're going after Wolverine. Professor X thinks Magneto's going after Wolverine, but he's actually going after Rogue. Rogue runs away because Mystique told her that Professor X was mad at her in disguise. She runs away onto a train. Logan goes after her. He's like, "Let's go back. Like they're nice bros. They're helping me. They can help you. Let's just go back." She's like, "Okay, fine." But before they could go back, they get attacked again by Magneto's dudes, and they steal Rogue. And yeah, Wolverine goes back to the thing, and he's like, he's like, "I'm gonna go get her. Like, let's go." They're on the Statue of Liberty. Let's go get him. He's like, "You're an X-Men. Wear this costume. You're part of us, bro. Let's go." So Storm, Cyclops, Jean, Wolverine. I think that's everyone. They all go. We're gonna go stop Magneto. Magneto's plan is on the top of the Statue of Liberty. There's the same magic machine. He's gonna use it, and it's gonna get all of those important people that are on Ellis Island for a meeting. They're gonna turn into mutants, but he doesn't know that they're gonna kill him. He doesn't know that. It's crazy. And then there's like fights and some big. There's some more fighting. Skip ahead. There's lots of fighting. There's a good fighting, but like skip ahead, you know. They save the day. They get Rogue. Magneto flies away with all his bros. Nobody dies. And Rogue is now in the school, and Logan leaves to go. Where does he leave at the very end?
He he goes to he doesn't know what happened to him. He has his mind erased, so he's going to
Yeah,
trying to figure out
yeah. The end. Boom.
the end.
That was a good recap, I think.
Perfect.
Most
I
a good accurate one. I remember a lot of this movie. Well, okay, so before I watched this movie, the only thing I remembered of this movie, I thought it was X2. I thought the Statue of Liberty that was the second one, but it's this one, and that's all I remembered of it. I was like, just they fight in the Statue of Liberty,
mhm.
but now I remember the whole thing.
The
Watch
only
it
thing that
yesterday.
I misremembered was in my mind the Toad character was Nightcrawler.
When he was introduced, I just saw his tongue, and I was like, "Does that supposed to be Nightcrawler?" But nah.
Nah, it's Toad. Yeah, I thought that was Nightcrawler. Um, and also we don't get like Beast is not in this movie. Nightcrawler is not in this movie. So I just I just I remember this fight scene in the Statue of Liberty, and I pictured Nightcrawler in there, and I never thought about Beast being in this movie, but then when I was watching it, I was like, oh, Beast is not in this movie. Um,
Surprise. Yeah, the more I watched, I because I watched this regular one, I'm like, the prequels aren't even prequels. They're not even a little bit. We were like, "Oh, they're a little bit." They're not even a little bit.
okay, so let's talk about the prequels. The beginning of this movie and the beginning of First Class are identical.
Yep.
But is that just because Magneto's story is the coolest? Maybe. Maybe. They both open with him in a concentration camp bending the metal gates.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The first time I watched this movie, I watched that bit at the beginning. I didn't realize that that was Magneto. Like I was just like, that's just a kid with metal powers.
Uh,
Because they were just showing a bunch of mutants, and I was like, it's a kid with metal powers, girl with magic powers. Like I never put two and two together until now because I watched the other one and they have that exact scene, but it's Magneto because it's
if we had not
this movie.
watched First Class first and we just watched this one first, you
Yeah, I
don't
probably
think you
still wouldn't have connected it. I would have been. He's just like a guy. They're just showing people. Like,
Becca, Becca. I think because this one is was the first.
yeah,
So it sets up Magneto, but nobody else. I like how in First Class it sets up the first class, like all of
yeah,
their
yeah.
backstories essentially. Whereas this one is just like, we're gonna tell you about Magneto because this scene is really cool. But then there's just the X-Men.
Yep. We'll just jump right in.
Yep, yeah. So, which is an interesting choice. They set up um Rogue because this movie is mainly about Rogue. That being said, Rogue is not my favorite.
I like Rogue better than I like prequel Jean Grey.
Freak
Prequel,
prequel? Oh,
freak.
prequel. I heard frequel.
Yeah,
I was,
frequel,
I was like, what?
frequel
Who is?
drink Grey.
What kind of Jean Grey are you
I
talking
just,
about?
I maybe I just really don't like
I
her
don't
in
know.
those
Rogue,
movies.
Rogue just kind of. I don't know. Rogue's not my favorite. I think
She's
her.
just like
Yeah,
teenager, bro.
yeah. But I maybe it's that the way she's played. Sorry to this man. But Rogue's not my favorite. So and this movie is really about Wolverine and Rogue, I would say. It centers around Magneto's plot, which as I was watching this, I was like, this one and Days of I don't know. I was like, this one feels like First Class and Days of Future Past all like mushed together in one movie. So I would wonder, like, when those other ones came out, were people like, we've seen this before, or what? I don't know, but
I think it's funny because we watched the other ones, we're like, oh, this one is just like that one. But I think that the other ones that like it would have been just a good prequel because I'm like, oh, it just takes the good things, like it's all the good things that we liked, and they made another one. I don't know.
I
I'm
do
not
think,
articulating my
yeah.
thoughts very
I
well.
mean, I'll get to my ratings at the end of this, but anyway, um, they open the same. Um, like to me, it's hard for me to be like dive deep into this movie because kind of nothing really stood out. Like it was a fine movie, but I wasn't gonna like write home about it, and it wasn't
Yeah,
bad to like critique a bunch of this stuff. Um,
it's like it's a solid, good, okay movie. Solid.
yeah, yeah,
That's I was watching it. I don't know when it comes out, but I'm assuming it comes out in the early 2000s because I'm like the vibes are so 2007.
it came out
I'm
in
feeling
2000.
perfect. I've got it right then. I'm like this is good. Like
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, whatever. Um, little nitpicky things. How do Cyclops and Storm know where? I was thinking to myself, how do Cyclops and Storm know where Wolverine is, to save the day? And then I was like, well, of course they know where everybody is because they have Cerebro. But then why would they be using Cerebro to find Wolverine? They only saved him. They didn't know Magneto was going after him until after they saved him. So there's that.
just
Um,
some behind the scenes stuff, you know?
Also, Magneto is wearing his helmet like hardly ever in this movie. Um, But like especially at the end, we all know Charles don't go on the missions, but like can't Jean Grey get into Magneto's head at the end and just stop this whole thing? Or is it because Jean Grey hasn't developed her powers yet? And if so,
He's
why is
wearing the
she one
helmet
of the
in the
main
end.
why isn't she one of the main X why is she one of the main X-Men if she hasn't yet to fully develop her powers?
That's one thing, both in this movie and in the newer movies. I'm like, all they do, they're she's like, I can't use my powers. I'm not very good. Like, I can't this whatever. But she's like on the A team
Mm-hmm.
of all of they have a whole school of people with powers, and she's like in the very top team,
Mm-hmm.
and she like can't use her powers well, or like
Girl, stay
she,
home.
yeah, what are you doing? You could be doing other things. That's what are you doing here?
Yeah. Also, at the end, like, can't Rogue just choose not to use the machine?
Yeah, I was confused about that part because so she is hooked up to the machine, right? She's attached, right? Then he metals her hands onto the things. What's going on there? Is he meddling her to use the machine?
Because
Or
I thought the whole point of it was she takes his powers so that she can then maneuver the machine, but then she is sucked the life out of instead of Magneto. So
yeah,
can't she just choose to not move the machine?
I'm not sure, bro. But they got
What's
it on the
happening?
automatic.
That'll make no sense. Because if if Magneto can operate the machine outside the machine and he needs somebody inside, he could just use some nobody to just, like hold on to it. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like we see her use we see her when she touches somebody with no powers, right? Puts them in a coma. We see her when they touches somebody with powers that work all the time. Wolverine kicks right in, but with powers that you can like turn on and off. I don't know how that works for her. Are they just always on? Like if she touched Cyclops, would she be able to control it as well, or no? Because he can't. But if she touched like Jean Grey, can I now float stuff, or is it like a skill? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Rogue is another one where it's like her powers are not very clearly explained, but probably mostly because in order to test her powers, she nearly kills people.
Yeah,
So,
this one gets a pass because
yeah, yeah.
normally, oh, welcome to the school. Let's see what you can do. Can't really do that with her.
Hmm.
We'll find
Yeah.
some super powered mice for you to test
Hmm.
out.
Yeah. I mean, it would be useful in fight battles and stuff because then she could just like literally just touch the opponent and suck the life out of him. But also, it seems like it hurts her when she does it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's happening really with that. Again, Rogue not my favorite. She's not my favorite. Um, and I honestly don't remember X2 or Last Stand really as like a whole. I remember like scenes kind of, but like could not tell you the last time I watched those movies. If I'm choosing to put on an X-Men movie, it's gonna be First Class. So,
This is one I would rewatch
or
for
honestly, Days of
different
Future Past.
reasons than the other ones. Because the other ones are like the characters are very what like I like the characters and I like the scenarios, and in this one it's just like good sci-fi superhero
Hmm.
movie.
One little thing, it was like a one-liner. I don't if they probably didn't even think about it when they were doing First Class, but Charles says that he meets Magneto when he's 17. Are we
Yeah.
in canon saying that Charles is 17 in First Class?
First class is not I'm not connecting first class because it just does not make sense. First class out of the newer ones is the only one that could make sense, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna disconnect all of them and say we're in a new universe,
Okay,
completely different from this X Men.
fair, fair.
But no way he's 17.
I know what we talked about when we watched Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix, how I apologized for watching these in chronological order um because of everything that went down. But I do think maybe if we had watched these ones first, you wouldn't think First Class is as good as it is, but it is good.
Probably. That's probably why. Okay, we're going back to our things our dad said. He said he didn't like them, but now that he can't remember the first one and he's watching them kind of in the order that we did, where we watched First Class and then the regular X Men. Now you like them.
Well, what had he watched?
He watched only the newer ones, First Class and on.
No, I
But
swear he watched. Let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I he watched something. Oh, he said he watched X3, then First Class, then Days of Future Past, then Apocalypse, then Dark Phoenix. So he
X
watched
three,
X3 for some reason.
my thing still stands though, where it's like I think here's the thing. I think there are two completely separate things. They are two completely separate things, but people treat them as the same, which is our problem. And because we're like they don't line up and this whatever, but it does still make you like it. So like if I like Magneto from from original X-Men, then I like Magneto from before because he's the same, he acts the same, he's very similar. But I'm like Charles is similar or whatever, but like Mystique is way different. And it's like, do you get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah, Mystique is just a whole different person. I did note down Magneto is still kind of cool in this movie. He's less cool than Michael Fassbender, but he's still pretty cool. In the final scene when he was like uh tying, is tying the right word? Making like securing the X-Men to the wall with metal. What are we calling that? Yeah.
trapping them.
Trapping them onto the wall. I was like, okay, that was kind of cool.
I think I like that scene because he's not in other things that people do that they just like trap him on the wall. All of them, he like trapped him in ways where like you can't use your powers.
Yes. He's always thinking about it. Especially like Cyclops like facing Jean Grey. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Magneto's the coolest. He's the coolest. So, yeah. Still cool, but less cool. I also just love James Marsden. I think this Cyclops is better than the prequel Cyclops. Um, and I like the banter between Cyclops and Wolverine. Um, I know, and the little love triangle we've got going on with Jean Grey as well. Jean Grey is also not one of my favorite characters, but I like Wolverine and Cyclops. Um, so we kind of need Jean Grey for that.
I remember really disliking Cyclops the first time I watched this, but this time he was fine. It was fine.
Yeah, Cyclops. I like it. I like it. I like James Marsden as Cyclops. I'm excited to see him in Doomsday. Out of all of the X-Men, he is the X-Men that I'm excited to see in Doomsday. I just think James Marsden is so good. I think he's a great actor, and I think he's so good as Cyclops, as the character. Um, and yeah, I'm excited to see him more than more than Magneto in Doomsday. If Michael Fassbender was in Doomsday, he'd be my number one. But James Marsden is number one. And I one thing that I think they should like, I was thinking like, oh, because it, you know, anyway, the scene
Anyway,
the scene where Wolverine is first in the school and Charles is like in his head and he's like, "Oh, over here, spooky, spooky. Who's talking?" I would love to see like a very dark, like just like kind of movie where it's like Charles is being spooky in other people's heads and like I would watch that. Like
spooky.
there's so many things. If Charles, what if episode if Charles was a villain? That would go so hard. That would be
Are the
so
X
good.
Men in What If?
No. No. But what if X-Men? Oh my gosh, make that episode. What if Charles was a villain and Magneto was good? I don't think Magneto would be as cool if he was good, but I want to see that episode of What If.
We'll write one up for you.
Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, I want to see that episode. I'm like so excited now, even though it'll never happen. Yeah. Uh, and I did think also that you know what X-Men does good in every movie? Montage. The montage of them setting up the school and introducing the school to uh, Wolverine, I guess who's being introduced to. Good, good, good montage.
I love a
Love
montage.
an X-Men montage. It's always good. I think it's just fun to see more of the school, um, because the movies are not really about the school, except you see more of it in Days of Future Past, and some of the prequels. But like the movies are, the story is not about the school, so it's fun to see the school and, the X-Men teaching classes, the kids using their powers. I like that. Those are some of my favorite bits in any of the X-Men movies. Um,
It's good.
it's good. Like I said before, like this movie is fine. It's nothing incredible special, but it's not bad. So it's like what am I to say about it?
Here's my rating. This is a 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Doesn't blow me away, but it's one I would rewatch. I do enjoy watching this movie. There's nothing that like usually in lots of movies and especially in movies where like they're like superpowers or magic or stuff where there's like big plot holes. There's not a ton of that. Like things that you get hung up on. This is fine. Like
Yeah.
it's just a good it's a good okay movie. Would watch again.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 6. Um,
Is this the first time that I've ever rated something higher than you did
I was just gonna say that's crazy. Um, well, do you have any movies that you give a 10 to?
on the pod or like
Just in life.
I could check let me check my ratings. What are some good excellent movies? 10 well, is Lord of the Rings, is that a 10 movie?
That's what I'm wondering. Or for you, is Spider-Verse a 10?
Spider-Verse is difficult because I change the rating like out of 10 on that all the time because I'm like it's not objectively the best movie. It's not objectively a 10, but
Okay.
I enjoy it as like I'll get 10 of enjoyment out of it, you
Okay.
know? But then sometimes I won't. I'm checking my IMDb right now to see
I
what
gotta
I've
get
rated.
Letterbox. I gotta get it. What's stopping me? Nothing.
Nothing.
I'll get it right now.
Look, I
Um,
have Lord of the Rings Return of the King Special Extended Edition 10. I have all
what
the Lord of the Rings as a 10. I don't know why it just shows that one.
what overall is Lord of the Rings rated on IMDb?
Which one? Like all of them averaged?
Yeah, or just the highest one.
Let's see.
Isn't the highest one Two Towers?
I believe so. Let me see. Lord of the Rings.
I'm just curious, like, because
The the
there are zeros.
the Fellowship of the Ring is an 8.9 out of 10.
Whoa.
The Two Towers is an 8.8 out of 10.
This
And The
feels
Return of the
low.
King is a solid 9 out of 10.
Okay, so Return of the King is this feels low.
Well, it's difficult to get
Yeah,
even an 8 out of 10.
is true.
I feel
Um,
like, though, okay, so when you look at an IMDb page on, I usually look at it on the app, it shows you a graph of
mm,
all of the ratings. I think this is more accurate looking at the graph than it is looking at just the number. Because, see for this one, this
mhm.
is clearly a 10 out of 10 movie. you just have people who just didn't like it as much or have different ratings, right?
Yeah,
Or if you
because
go to a movie like, yeah, you say your thing while I find a different
well, I
example.
was saying on that graph, there's a little jump in one. Who's giving that movie 1 star, by the way? And then there's none for like two, three, four, and then it's little bit, little bit, little bit, and then once you hit 7 and above, it
I think
really
if you
spikes.
have if there's ever something like that where you have lots of ones but you don't have a ton of two, three, four, fives, those ones are upset by something. They don't think it's a like because you're oh I didn't like this movie 2 out of 10. It's no oh I hated this movie 1 out of 10. You know.
Yeah. I
Let
think the
me
people
find
who are
another example.
giving Lord of the Rings a 1 are not understanding it at all, which is it's hard to understand, but you've got to be somebody who hates fantasy and doesn't understand it at all. You could give it a 1, I guess, but
Okay,
but
I guess.
I guess. But
Now we'll look at this is for La La Land. This is an interesting graph because clear you have
mm,
a clear it looks the same going up. You have a little bit low, you have none, you none, you've going up. And then you have lower than 8, you have the same 10. And its actual rating is 8, right?
hmm
So this in my mind, oh, it went away. Is like, how am I supposed to say that? Like, you look at what it is, or if you find a movie that's, you're like, oh, it says 5.5 out of 10. Like,
hmm
that's what it says. But you look at the graphs, and it's like a million ones and a million eights. Well, that's actually, it's a good but controversial movie, right? Do you get
So
what I'm
let's
saying?
see this graph. Let's see X-Men's graph.
X-Men.
I wonder what the highest rated X-Men movie is.
X-Men is rated 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb.
Okay.
This one, you see, this is a
Oh,
solid 7 movie
yeah.
in my opinion because everyone thinks it's really good but just okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Interesting. Go to first
the
class.
graphs tell more.
Let's see it. Those are graphs on IMDb.
Yeah.
Mm.
X-Men First Class is rated 7.7 out of 10. That's more than regular X-Men. This movie,
Oh.
solid 8 movie. This should be an 8 movie or 7, like, yeah, 7.7 is accurate, but like the graphs tell more, you know?
Mm.
Note
Yes.
there are this is another movie that has no 2 or 3 ratings. So it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm. Can you read? Are there like reviews?
Yeah, you can read the reviews underneath.
Oh my gosh. Why have I
They
not
got a
been
little
doing
AI
this?
overview. I love me some IMDb cuz so I never been on Letterboxd,
hmm
but I assume that like if they don't have stuff like this, I'm just going to stay on IMDb.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'll check out Letterboxd, let you know, because I have downloaded it once before. Like I know I have an account. Um, but what I want is stats.
We got some stats for you on
But I want to see
IMDb.
my stats.
Then you just
I
got
want to
to
know
pick something and rate them all.
I want to know how many times a year I watched this movie. I want my Spotify review, but for Letterboxd. But
Look,
that is gonna mean I'm gonna have to put in all the data myself.
yeah, this is so I can see on my IMDb of all of my hold on, let me pull it up. This is all the ratings I've ever given.
Oh.
And you can see how most of them I have 175 rated 7 and then it actually leans towards bad. So
Hmm.
I dislike or not I dislike most of the movies I've rated less than a 7 or less. And I
Yuck.
have
Is there two under one?
yeah, 2 under 1, 2 under 2.
Does it tell you? What are your 1 star movies?
I can click them.
One of them's Angry Birds.
One of them is Angry Birds movie 2 and the other one is Rise of Skywalker. Just because I think I was just upset when I rated that one. I don't think it's a 1 movie. Probably a
Re-rate
2.
it. Re-rate it right now.
I'm gonna re-rate it a 2.
No way. It's not a
A two.
two.
Rate two, and then I'll rate the first Angry Birds movie a one because
The
I don't think
worst
I have
movie
it
I've
on rate.
ever seen is like a
Okay,
two or a three.
this is a good example of why you should look at the graph. Rise of Skywalker is rated 6.4 out of 10. But if you look at the graph, there is a huge amount of ones.
Hmm.
And then the average is about 6. So really, this should be a 5 or less movie, which it is.
Okay.
My graph system.
Uh,
If you do TV shows, I've got Andor pulled up. Look at Andor. Look at that.
whoa. Yeah.
That's how you know it's awesome.
Andor's good. Becca's still yet to finish.
I got 2 episodes left.
Hmm.
It's taken me a while. You know when you watch, you can't start shows with people that don't have your same schedule because you never finish them.
Mm-hmm.
Been on this one for a while,
Yep.
but we'll get there.
Couple more months, I think. Because you only have, what, two episodes
We have
left?
2 episodes left, and then we'll probably
Yeah.
finish it off with a Rogue One,
And then you gotta watch Kenobi.
maybe.
That
Kenobi, I
one's only
think
six
will
eps.
that one will take me a little bit longer. See,
Right.
look at this. This is Return of the Jedi. Look at that.
What's Revenge of the Sith? We just watched Revenge of the Sith with our brother-in-law he's never seen it. For the first time he watched it. I think he enjoyed. We're watching all the Star Wars movies with him. He really enjoyed, I think of the prequels, I think Attack of the Clones was his favorite.
Yeah, he was laughing the whole time. This one has a bit of a mixed reviews, but
Oh, okay.
as you can see, it should be like a 7.5 or something, which it is 7.6.
Yeah, fair.
So this is
One
this is a
more,
movie,
one more, and then we'll go. What's Moulin Rouge?
Moulin Rouge.
This would be my new pastime.
I'm telling you, this is fun times. So Moulin Rouge actual rating is 7.6 out of 10. But this one, as you can see, it gets
Mm.
it's a lot of eights is where it buffers out, and then you have a lot of people who really really like it.
Yeah.
So it should be this is a good movie and a fan favorite. Cause like
I want to hear the. Click on number. Can you click on number one and read all the one-star reviews?
yeah, you can. Let me see. 1 star review. This is the first one that comes up. So it's the most people that people either liked or disliked. It's
Mm.
titled Aggressively, Aggressively Terrible. This movie is so horrible it made me weep. It wasn't even really a movie. It was an insult aimed directly at everyone who paid $9 to see it. $9 in 2001?
That doesn't say anything about the movie. I wanted to
There's
hear
it's
why
it's
they
a
didn't like it.
it's a big long thing. I'm
Oh,
paraphrasing it. They don't like that it's a jukebox musical. They think that that is an insult to musicals.
okay.
Um and then it's worse because the songs that they picked are targeted to your nostalgia and then makes like changes them so they don't like that. And then they don't like that because it's a jukebox musical. It's devoid of quote unquote devoid of anything and all merit, any and all merit, and not worth watching. The last paragraph is do not believe the hype. Do not see this movie. If you do see it, at least have the good sense to get really, really high first, so that even if it takes itself seriously, you don't have the mistake of doing so.
Okay, so they have no actual qualms about the story, plot, whatever. It's the idea of the movie.
Yeah, it's it's mostly about it being a jukebox music.
Hey, hey.
The review under it is one big old paragraph. At least the first one, multiple paragraphs. The second one, 1 out of 10. What a mess! And it is upset about the editing,
Oh,
mostly about the editing,
huh.
from what I could see. Oh, they don't like Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman.
Straight to jail. Straight to jail. It this just goes to show that some people's opinions are wrong, and It's
The
just
third
how the
the
world
third
works.
review is 1 out of 10. If you want a massive headache, watch this movie. Gag me with a giant MTV spoon. This was like watching MTV for 3 hours without a break.
It's crazy. Well,
That
on
movie
that
was a
lovely
great movie.
note, all right, that's been X-Men, y'all. Thanks
Y'all
for listening
have a
slash and or
have a
watching.
have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, bye.